Well, we had a casualty of war, it appears. So a guy here didn't make it. But you know, even in the shortest of skirmishes, sometimes there has to be sacrifices. So we will dispose of his body in accordance with roach protocol. You know, those are those, they call them different things. Sometimes people call them tree roaches, sometimes they call palmetto bugs, sometimes they're called big freaking roaches. But either way, you folks down in Florida are not the only one, in Texas are not the only ones that get these. We get them too. Sometimes they call them wood roaches, but they are a roach. You know, don't make no mistake, like Obama says, and no political comments, but like Obama says, let me be clear about this, they are a roach. But they live in the trees, and I don't know which trees they like the best, but if you got wood debris and things laying around your house, they're attracted to that. So long story short, they stay outside. They're supposed to stay outside, but when it gets cold, they start trying to come in. And I've got a couple of them found in the house already. And so, but the thing is, they don't reproduce in your house. They don't take over like the what I call the nasty people roaches, the little ones that disappear when you turn the lights on. That's nasty people roaches. That's because your house is nasty and you're nasty and everything in there is nasty. There's no other excuse for it. So, but these live outside and they come in, they get in every once in a while, so they get in where they can fit in. And watch this guy. This guy that comes by here, I've shown him before. Watch this truck. He drives like that every time. I don't know what kind of gas mileage he gets, but I would say it's probably below 15, wouldn't you? So anyway, back to my story. Just all the time, man. I don't know how he has a transmission left in that thing. You guys that own those trucks, you don't have to drive them like that. You know, we've seen it. We're not impressed anymore. Anyway, back to the roach story. There's things to get in, but what it is they like the light. And if you have like 1 or 2 lights on in your house, they'll come to the light. They'll come into the light just like little Carol Ann and hang out with you. But I don't like them, so I kill them when I see them. Anyway, now we're off on a tangent about roaches. How would you guys like another cold start? And I have just the thing to do a cold start on. That. It's been sitting there a while. I had it running a couple months ago, but you can tell it's just been sitting, so we'll see how it goes. That's Lyle's boat over there. And I think that thing has some kind of, it's an inboard. I think it has some sort of he said it had like I guess it's an OMC or what do they call those Mercruiser inboard engines. It's like a 2.5 liter engine. I think it's based off like an Iron Duke or might even be an American Motors. But he's had it out and running, but he had to have help getting it running. He didn't ask me for help. Lyle ain't much of a talker. But here's the deal though. Lyle the smoker is moving. He has actually been out since the weekend right after Thanksgiving. And I got woke up early one morning that weekend, heard stuff crashing around out there and they were loading trucks up. So I don't know what the deal is. He owns that house, so I don't know if he's about to not own it anymore, if you know what I mean. But they've moved some stuff out, and then just periodically they've been back moving little bits and pieces, and I don't know where they went. I don't know what they're going to do, no telling. So I don't know if it's about to go into foreclosure. I have no reliable information about that. Lyle the smoker has decamped from the area, and I can't tell you how much I'll miss picking up cigarette butts in my yard. So let's get the tripod here. Talk about another reliable starter. That one right here it is too. It's got a good choke on it, man. It starts as soon as it's running. You can just drive it away. Okay. Let me get this thing set up. Yeah. This poor mower's just filthy. Well, let me show you. These things, Look how much dirt's on it. You know, I'm guilty of that. I tend to ignore the lawnmowers as long as they'll run and they got oil in them. I just tend to let them sit when I'm not using them. So, I need to do better. This one's been running fine. You know what? I have actually not even touched the engine on this. The only thing I've ever done to it was when I first got it, I had to replace that little bulb right there, the primer, and that's it. That's all I've done. I've just used it and put, you know, put fuel in it. That's all I've ever done to it, and I've not even had the air cleaner out of it, nothing. You can see, you see all that goo down there? It, I think, has developed a crack in the fuel tank somewhere. Because periodically, if you fill it up pretty far, I'll see a little bit of leakage. So I try not to, when I usually only put about half a tank in it, so I don't waste my gas. Yeah, I'm going to get this thing up under here so I can quit raining on it. And just remember, the rain in Spain falls mainly on the plains. Alright, here we go again with the bungee thing. I'll tell you something funny, guys. I was in a restaurant not too awful long ago, and I was sitting there eating, and I'm one of these people that I don't have a problem with eating by myself. I know some men would rather go to the dentist than to eat out by themselves, but I don't care. If I'm hungry, I'm gonna go eat. And so I was out there eating, pretty nice place, and what was funny about that, or unusual, the only little bit about it that was funny was this was this big group of people next to me, and get out of there, catching on that cart there. This group of people was next to me eating, and they were fine. They had kids and stuff, and they weren't causing any kind of disturbance. You know, just talking, having a good time, and I didn't pay them hardly any attention at all. But you know how when you sit and, you know, in proximity to other people, you can just hear what they talk about, even if you're not trying to listen to them. And so I was sitting there, and I was just kind of overhearing bits and pieces of their conversation. And all of a sudden, I heard like a phone ring or something like that. And then, no kidding, guys, I heard this girl. She had to be, well, I say girl, she's probably in her early 20s. She said, and I'm saying this absolute truth, she said, OMG. You know, like, oh my God. She didn't say, oh my God. She said that, like the letters, like OMG. And I was thinking to myself, you know what? That's right. OMG. I can't believe you actually said it like that. That's like saying NOS is NOS. Okay. I swear, guys, I do not stage this stuff. Okay, well take that, you Tecumseh haters. It starts like that every time. Have a good one, guys. See ya. Oh yeah, that's the governor.